A strategic goal can be viewed as the ultimate endpoint, while tactical goals are the steps necessary to achieve it. General security policies are derived from laws, regulations, and requirements. The functional implementation policies are subsets of general organizational policy. A policy is implemented using standards, guidelines, procedures, and baselines. As shown in the flowchart, standards, guidelines, procedures, and baselines are the tactical tools used to achieve and support the directives in the security policy, which is considered the strategic goal. As you can see from the policy hierarchy chart and figure, policies are considered the first and highest level of documentation, from which the lower level elements of standards, procedures, baselines, and guidelines flow. However, this order does not mean that the policies are more important than the lower elements. These higher level policies, which are the general policies and statements, should be created first in the process for strategic reasons, and then the tactical elements can follow. We will discuss these tactical tools in the next screen. Standards, guidelines, procedures, and baselines are described in detail here. Standards refer to the mandatory activities, actions, or rules. Standards can give a policy its support and reinforcement and direction. They can be internal or can be externally mandated, like the government laws and regulations. Organizational security standards may specify how the hardware and software products are to be used. They can also be used to indicate expected user behavior. They provide a means to ensure that specific technologies, applications, parameters, and procedures are implemented in a uniform manner across the organization. An example would be ISO 27001 standard. Guidelines are the recommended actions and operational guides to the users, IT staff, operations staff, and others when a specific standard does not apply. Guidelines can deal with the methodologies of technology, personnel, or physical security. An example would be security password guidelines. Procedures are the step-by-step tasks that should be performed to achieve a certain goal. The steps can apply to users, IT staff, operations staff, security members, and others who are required to carry out specific tasks. Procedures are considered the lowest level in the policy chain because they are closest to the computers and users when compared to the policies. An example would be incident response procedure. A baseline can refer to a point in time that is used as a comparison for future changes. Once risks have been mitigated and security is in place, a baseline is formally reviewed and agreed upon, after which all further comparisons and development are measured against it. A baseline results in a consistent reference point. Baselines are also used to define the minimum level of protection required. Security personnel must assess the systems as changes take place and ensure that the baseline level of security is always being met. For example, a baseline may specify that all Windows 7 systems must have Service Pack SP1 installed.